Sixth, the official ground transportation provider for the 2024 CFU Boys Under 14 Challenge Series coordinators hosted in Trinidad and Tobago. And a special thanks to our partners, the Ministry of Sport and Community Development, Sport TT, I Choose Sport, Powerade, Subway, and Stream Blue. Scan the QR code now to win special merchandise packages. Prizes include a Sport TT notepad, a cap, a keychain, or a drawstring Visit Trinidad bag, a water bottle, and a microfiber towel, or a I Choose Sport t-shirt, pencil case, and a phone popper. Scan the QR code now to win special merchandise packages.
I know it's dangerous, but you're the only one who can unite the people. You ready, Bob?
No guns can stop this message. I want the world to change. And that time is now.
This is my message to you.
Subway Series presents the Italianos. 3 new subs made with an Italian flair. Say ciao to the zesty hotshot Italiano, the tastier than ever ultimate BMT, or go all in with the Boss. Each served with a free 16-ounce drink. Elevate your game at Subway.
With Flow Business's new smart solutions, powered by super fast, reliable broadband, you'll feel like there are more versions of you working for you. From website design, development, and digital marketing to promote your business, 24/7 business class support to cloud solutions, security, and more. Multiply your growth today.
It doesn't matter if you speak English, or if your native tongue is French, Spanish, or Dutch. It doesn't matter if you are male or female, young or young at heart. We in the Caribbean Football Union speak the same language. Football.
Football.
Football. Football.
Football.
And we speak with one voice.
Welcome here to the Atobolan Stadium here in Couva, Trinidad and Tobago, as we prepare for more CFU Under 14 Boys Challenge Series action. And it is Tier 2 Group C action. It's the final group action for the Tier 2 teams. And it is the first game of the day. And it's Grenada versus St. Lucia here in Central Trinidad and Tobago. It's Liu Chin here in commentary alongside Joshua Fletcher. Joshua, St. Lucia, of course, unable to qualify for the semi-finals. Grenada with a very slim chance. A win today may see them advance if they are able to score lots of goals.
Yeah, Liu, I think Grenada has a good chance. They're a bit unlucky in terms of goal difference, but they need this game. They need to put the ball behind the net a few times just to get that edge into the next stage of the competition. But I do believe this team is a well-rounded team, great quality. I do think they have the chance.
Yep, absolutely. And just to clarify that for you, the way that it works for teams to advance into the semi-finals of the Tier 2, at least, since there are 3 groups in the Tier 2, that's Group A, B, and C, it is the winner of each group which will advance into the semi-finals. And of course, there need to be 4 teams in the semi-finals. So if you're wondering, the 4th team to enter into the semi-final will be the best second place finisher out of the 3 groups. So as it stands, Barbados are on top of Group A. They've booked their spot into the semi-finals. Turks and Caicos are on top of Group B. They have also booked their spot into the semi-finals, as well as in Group C here. Bermuda, well, they've won all their games, and they as well will be in the semi-finals for this tournament on Friday. So we still await to see whether, or which team rather, will advance out of the second place finishers, because as it stands, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they have 7 points with a -1 goal difference. That's in Group A. In Group B, we have Dominica, who look to be the front runners so far. They're also on 7 points, however, with a superior goal difference of 3. And then we have Grenada, who is in action today. They sit on 4 points, and if they win today, they'll be on 7. But they need to win big to pass that goal difference of 3 in order to advance. But we prepare for action here at the Otto Boland Stadium as we see the teams coming out. Players are already on the bench. But as it stands, Joshua, it's been an excellent tournament so far. Under 14 players, but they look to be superstars already.
Have to agree with you there, Liu. A lot of quality, especially in this Grenada side. They have something to fight for today. I hope they get the job done.
Well, players are marching out. Grenada in their red, St. Lucia in their blue, which is iconic of them. And they'll be ready for battle, even though St. Lucia can't advance. You always want to win a game of football, don't you? But they are lining up out there, and we get ready for the national anthems of both nations, Grenada and St. Lucia.
And gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Grenada, to be followed by the national anthem of St. Lucia.
Those are the two national anthems of Grenada and St. Lucia, and they're ready for battle. And just to clarify with you once again, so a bit of an error on my part. Of course, there are other games being played in the Larry Gomes Stadium. That's Group A, of course. So teams will be looking to secure a top spot. The only team that has booked their spot into the semi-finals so far is Bermuda. So there is other action. Antigua and Barbuda play Barbados, Cayman Islands playing Guyana, and then in Group B, over in the Hasely Crawford Stadium, we have Turks and Caicos versus the Virgin Islands, US Virgin Islands that is, and the BVI will take on Anguilla. So it will be determined, but let's take a look at the lineups for the teams today. Grenada, it's Nathaniel Springle who's in post, Xavier Alexander, Malachi Campbell, Keon Charles, Dorenzo McIntosh, Zylan Jeffrey, Omari Olive, Erwin Francis, Kai Wilson, Giovanni Noel, Caden Williams, headed by, of course, Alec Andal. And over on the side of St. Lucia, it is Giovanni Tusa, Randall Monroe, Michael Mitchell, Devontae Agmayang, Shiloh John, Shaquille Martelli, Nazri Alexander, Johnny Matherin, Dwane Cummings, Jalen Hippolyte, and Kai Alexander, of course, head coach Stuart Charles Fevrier. The officials for today, referee James Giovan, of course, first assistant Brandon Cyrus, second assistant Tristan Vermeulen, and Natalia Williams is today's fourth official. Joshua, just based on your looks at the lineups, what kind of match are we in for today?
Well, Lee, I believe we're in for a great match. You know, two teams put out their heavy hitters. You see the likes of Nazri Alexander for Barbados. I mean, for St. Lucia, sorry. And Grenada as well, with their starting level. A lot of heavy hitters going into the match just to secure their place in the next round of the competition.
Yep. So very interesting day today here in the CFU Under 14 Challenge Series. It's the last day of group action in Tier 2. And teams are battling to get into those semi-finals. Just to remind you again, it is the #1 finisher in each group that advances to the semi-finals, as well as the second best finisher out of the 3 groups. Just to clarify from that error made earlier on, that the only team that has booked their spot is Bermuda, as well as the other teams that are leading. So there's still a lot of decisions to be made, and that will be determined at the end of today. But as of now, we are focusing in here on Grenada versus St. Lucia in this Tier 2 group stage match. And we are off. So it is the Grenadians that get us started here. Remember, they sit second on their group, second to, of course, Bermuda, who have absolutely dominated Group C. Joshua, I'm not sure if you got a chance to get a glimpse of them, but they look absolutely perfect.
Yeah, they are a great team, full of quality, a lot of nippy players, a lot of skillful players as well. We can see if that'll be on showcase today, Leo.
Yep. Well, Bermuda aren't in action today, but you will definitely see them in the Friday semi-finals. They have been absolutely sensational. But here are St. Lucia. This Martelli running down the right-hand side for them. They look up to him a lot. He's a very skillful player. Got man of the match on the first day. And he'll definitely be looking to make a mark. As we said, St. Lucia cannot advance into the semi-finals, but they'll definitely be playing for pride.
Have to agree with you there.
And here they are, St. Lucia. It's Martelli again out on this right-hand side. Just growing into the game so far are the St. Lucians. Kai Alexander is in the midfield for St. Lucia. And here they go down the right-hand side. It's Martelli looking for one inside. Delays the cross, and somehow it reaches to Shiloh John, who has a strike. It's off the bar. Comes out to Alexander, but he couldn't react fast enough. Danger still here And eventually the Grenadians clear.
Not a bad attempt there. Just hit the bar. As we can see, he's coming down the side. He looks to put in the ball. Lovely shot. Ooh, I know he hoped that it went in.
Tell you what, that was a great move by the St. Lucians. Shiloh John just couldn't finish it off. But that's the early signs. Free kick now comes in for St. Lucia. It's deep, but it's well defended again by the Grenadians. And now they have a chance to maybe counter-attack. No, it's one back by St. Lucia. Here's Monroe. He's very good down the right-hand side as the right back for St. Lucia, and he has to put that one out for a goal kick.
Well, you've seen so far that St. Lucia has come out to play football. They've been a bit dominant since the start of the game.
Absolutely. That one is given straight back to St. Lucia. The Grenadians won't be happy with that, but somehow they get back possession. And it is a throw-in for them. Haven't really seen them do anything in this first half as yet. How important is it, Joshua, to start off games quickly and send that early message to your opponent?
I think it helps the team in terms of their confidence. Just being able to get things going early helps them acclimatize to the game and set the tone for the rest of the game going forward.
Yep, and so many times we see teams start better and fizzle out and eventually end up losing the game. So it has to be difficult to maintain the high level when you start at such a quick pace. But here's St. Lucia, and they give away the ball. Well tackled back by Martelli. He's brilliant, isn't he? And here he goes down the right-hand side once again. Somehow still has possession when it goes out. And it is a throw for St. Lucia, which they take quickly. And it's a foul there by Grenada. It's the Renzo McIntosh, I believe, out there who has fouled Alexander. Another very talented young player in this St. Lucia squad. And they have a free kick in a dangerous area there, Joshua. Swung in, and it looks good as well. And it's cleared away nicely by the Grenadians. Leaves that one to go out for a throw. But as you said, Joshua, they have definitely started off on the front foot here, the St. Lucians.
I think they came out with a mentality knowing that they have nothing really to lose. Just go out there and play football and have fun.
Yep. That one out for a goal kick. St. Lucia, of course, yesterday were in action against Bermuda. And well, they lost. Bermuda have been perfect in this group. They won all their matches and didn't concede a goal. Actually, they have conceded a goal. They conceded one against St. Martin, a huge 10-1 victory against St. Martin in the Larry Gomes Stadium. Two players scoring hat-tricks in Jayon Wolf and Zidon Furbot. So they are a very dominant team and definitely one to look out for in the semi-finals on Friday. But here's St. Lucia go again. It's Monroe. Ball played down into Martelli, but McIntosh is defending well and does well in the end to force the throw-in for St. Lucia. Just 6 minutes into this one, and Grenada haven't yet been able to get any sort of opportunities or any sort of real possession. Long throw from Martelli. And he gets it back. But taken away by Grenada. And here they go. Can they fashion an attack? No, they can't. Oof. Lovely skill there from Alexander. We spoke about him. And he finds a good ball through as well. But defended well. But here's John. St. Lucia knocking on the door. But Grenada standing resilient. That's great play from Michael Mitchell. And he plays a lovely ball there into his striker. Actually, it was Keon Charles who was looking for Zylan Jeffrey. And given away an opportunity here for Grenada. But they couldn't capitalize. It was Keon Charles bursting through the midfield there. Take a look once again.
Lovely hit from Keon Charles. But
opportunity goes away for Grenada. Here they are once again. They finally found some sort of spark. Here's Keon Charles. That's cleared out.
We're now beginning to see Grenada doing a bit of building, stringing together a few passes, trying to get something going here.
It's broken down, and here St. Lucia come once again. Martelli forced wide by the pass, but it's good work in there. And here's Monroe. We know how good he is in these areas. But again, it's McIntosh out on that left-hand side doing some great defending. But that was a decent opportunity there for Grenada a few moments ago.
Yeah, you see they're beginning to get a bit acclimatized, you know, settle down into the game, getting a few passes going. Here again, we see the first attempt from John.
Yep, just coming off the crossbar. Decent effort from him. And he may be small, but he has a lot of power as well. That one is thrown in long by Monroe. And here he goes again. But he's well tackled by Malachi Campbell of Grenada. And, well, if you thought it was a good tackle, it was even better because he's won his team a goal kick as well. So in the early stages of it, it is St. Lucia who's the dominant team. And Joshua, if you were to put your money on somebody scoring first, I think you would have to say St. Lucia.
Yeah, Leo, I think they are the more dominant team. They really want to get something going. They had more shots than Grenada thus far. They have more possession as well. They look more confident on the ball.
Well, here they are. John is wide, but it's good defending once again by the Grenadians. But look at the work rate from St. Lucia. As they lose the ball, they get it back immediately. And here they go down the left-hand side, but play just breaks down, and that one is launched really into space by the Grenadian defense. So it does seem that it's going to be a frustrating day for Grenada so far, at least from the look of it early on.
Have to agree with you there, Leo.
Here's John. Did have that big chance in the early stages, and he finds Alexander. Surely Martelli's offside there. Yep, he is. Good finish though, but it's not going to count.
The interesting thing with this Grenada side, I think they need to get their midfield into this game a bit more. Right now they are putting a lot of pressure on the defense, and they need a bit of help with distribution.
Absolutely. And just to remind you once again, this is the final day of group action for the Tier 2 teams. Of course, in Tier 1, there's still matches for Group B. But as it stands, Bermuda has advanced, and then in the other groups, I'll give you an update on who's on top. Barbados on top of Group A. St. Vincent second. In Group B, we have Turks and Caicos on top. Dominica in second there. And in our group here, we have Bermuda on top with 12 points. And Grenada actually sit in second. And of course, it is the top 3 teams who will advance into the semifinals from each group, as well as the best second place finisher. In the case of Tier 1, it's a bit more straightforward, where the winner of Group A plays the runner-up of Group B, and the winner of Group B plays the runner-up of Group A. And in yesterday's broadcast, we would have said that Puerto Rico and French Guiana advanced. However, there is one more round of matches in that group tomorrow, where first place will play fourth place. That's French Guiana. They will play St. Martin, and it's basically a repeat of yesterday, really. And then second play third, where Curacao will play Puerto Rico. So there is still an opportunity for things to shift around in that group. Whereas in the Group A in Tier 1, which consists of Trinidad, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, St. Kitts and Aruba, that one has basically been settled, but they also have their other round of matches to be played, and that's playing today at the Dwight York Stadium. Those games will kick off a bit later. So a lot of action on somewhat of decision day for the Tier 2 groups, at least, Joshua.
Yes, indeed, Leo.
Well, Monroe just threw the ball to himself. Not often you see that. I've seen you do that before, though, Joshua.
Look like myself in my old days with those trickeries.
Yeah, but as it stands though, out of the tier 2 groups, it does look to be Bermuda who I think are favorites. I know you were singing Barbados praises as well, the likes of Jamarco Johnson. How pleased have you been with Barbados as well?
I think they're a great team, a lot of talent on the team. They're led by a wonderful player, Jamarco Johnson. He shows a lot of experience, a lot of bravery, and he knows his skill set as well.
Yep. Definitely. Interesting to see. I love when tournaments come down to the semi-final and the finals. That's really when you see the true quality. But Martelli plays a nice ball through here and a big opportunity for St. Lucia. But he just couldn't get it under his spell there. Yep.
Have to say brilliant defending from Alexander, the captain of the Grenadian side.
Yep,
There we see the challenge.
That's the foul there. Free kick for Grenada, but even in these stages, it's still St. Lucia who look to be the more dominant team. But here's a big chance for Grenada, and it only takes a big chance, really, doesn't it, to win a game?
Yeah, it just takes one opportunity, one shot.
And here they are again, St. Lucia. They seem to be favoring this right-hand side with Martelli. He is arguably their most dangerous player. And you could see why. There's another one in Alexander. Very talented. Look at that. Beautiful football from the St. Lucians, but it's eventually cleared away. Here's John in some space again. Will he have a strike? No, he looks for his teammate. And eventually got the strike away there, did Michael Mitchell, but it was well blocked by the Grenadians. And he's still in possession, him. And again, brilliant defense from Kai Wilson of Grenada.
Not a bad effort from Michael Mitchell, trying to retain the ball. Here he is with the throw. Easily cut out from the Grenadian defender.
Yep. So, 14 minutes gone. No real big chances. Only the one from John, which did come off the crossbar. But other than that, it's been pretty decent, as you would say. And it should be a cooling break any minute now as well. We know that the players are given a bit of a cooling break in both halves. Here are the Grenadians coming and charging at the St. Lucian defense. And they're rewarded for their efforts. They win a free kick in a dangerous area.
Here we see the Grenadians fighting for the ball. But the St. Lucian defender just with the challenge there.
Yep. So an opportunity here for Grenada, and it's very important, Joshua. I want to ask you, of course, when you do play this kind of defensive game, you have to capitalize on your set pieces because you don't get many chances.
Yeah. Have to agree with you there. It's a kind of pivotal moment in a team, you know, to try to capitalize on your set pieces, ensuring that you have several bodies in the box, as well as your set piece taker, who's a really good dead ball specialist as well.
Yep. Well, it looks as if they're going to go straight to goal, and strike does come in, and it's decent, but it was always rising. It was Caden Williams who had the effort. And nevertheless,
here we see it again. Williams with a shot. It was dipping a bit too late there, Liu.
Yep. Nevertheless, a good response from the Grenadians. It's their first real sighted goal. And you have to expect that they're building some sort of momentum. They need it. But it's still 0-0. That one is cleared upfield and straight into the feet of Martelli. He's come out onto this left-hand side now after all the joy that he got on the right. Taken away. That's good play there from Charles. And he finds a decent ball, which is actually flicked on, but should be dealt with, and is by Toussaint.
Toussaint have to be careful there. You know, Jeffrey's lurking.
Yep. And a foul there by Caden Williams in the midfield. So it will be a free kick now for St. Lucia. Not really in a dangerous position though, but possession for them nevertheless. floated up, but it was really poor. Here's Charles. Decent ball there into Noel. He couldn't get on the end of it. And St. Lucia once again back in possession. John with a good touch there into his teammate Alexander. And he turns. He's very skillful, isn't he?
Not a bad idea there from Alexander.
Here they go again, Grenada. It's Charles. Yep, he's definitely been their bright spark. And what a tackle that is there. Brilliant defense from Agyemang. Look at that. Crunching. Well, I said the throw-in reminded me of you, Joshua, when he threw it to himself. That tackle reminded me of myself.
After great you there, Leo.
Well, it seems as if the corner is going to be delayed, as we are going to have our cooling break in the break at this first half. It's still 0-0 here between Grenada and St. Lucia. But your thoughts on the half so far, Joshua?
I think it's a bit of a slow-paced game. Both teams really trying to get acclimatized, really trying to get something going. St. Lucia, again, we could see him coming on the wing. The first chance from John hit the bar. That's really unlucky there.
Yep. And it really was all St. Lucia, wasn't it? I mean, that really was the only big chance. There was a huge chance there as well for the Grenadians. I think it was Noel who was in that position, couldn't finish.
Yeah, tell you with the offside there.
Yeah, and then that one there, Charles, well tackled by the St. Lucia number 6. So has been all St. Lucia, but nothing to show for it yet.
Yeah, I think both sides are playing a great game, but the funny thing is St. Lucia is playing like they are the ones with something to fight for, wanting to get into the next round of the tournament.
Yeah,
wanting to see a bit more from Grenada going forward. I think their head coach is really telling them, try to get the midfield more present and more active, trying to get the wingers involved in the game.
Yeah.
But not a bad first half so far at all.
Yeah, well, as we mentioned earlier, Grenada can still qualify, but the chances are actually much slimmer than we thought at the beginning of the broadcast, because it would mean that Dominica and the other teams in second place would have to drop points or not be able to advance at all, or they'll have to get help from other teams in other groups as well and help themselves by scoring more goals. Well, the Dominicans can't drop points because they aren't in action today. Neither St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who are their competition for second place. Bicycle effort there by Keon Charles again. Oh, that one nearly went in. And chance goes a begging. But yeah, as you were saying.
Here we see the effort here. Yeah. Ooh, the attempt of the overhead kick. Courageous, man.
Yeah. Well, as we were saying, it's a very slim chance for Grenada, really. But still, it's worth fighting for, nevertheless.
I still think that they should put their best foot forward, trying to hope for the best.
Here they are, battling on. Right now, they look second best in this match. Tuso tells his defender, Mathurin, to leave that. And Mathurin is a very good defender himself. Stands tall and tackles well. And here's Monroe. How often have we seen him galloping down the right-hand side in this tournament? And he goes on. Tackle comes in, but it's mistimed there by McIntosh, and a free kick for St. Lucia.
That was quite a harsh challenge coming in there.
You're always tempted as a defender to do something like that, but there really never is any intent in those ones. It's really just a case of being mistimed, and he's booked for his efforts too, is McIntosh. Unlucky there. I mean, he is a defender. It's instinct to try and slide there when you see a pacey player like Monroe running down the right-hand side, but seems as if Monroe has picked up an injury here. It was a reckless challenge, and the physio's out on the field.
Hope it's nothing too serious, and he's back up on his feet soon. He is a pivotal player for this St. Lucian side here.
Yep, definitely is. Well, he's been taken off the pitch, so the free kick can be taken. He just wouldn't be there for the action. It is going to be Alexander who's going to swing this one in for St. Lucia. Not many options in the box. And they aren't a very tall team, St. Lucia. In fact, the tallest man is off the pitch. So it is swung in, it's deep. Easily cleared away by McIntosh. And Grenada could counter here. They have options. That's a decent ball. Comes off the referee. And yeah, he has to call back play there, doesn't he? That's unlucky. That was a good chance for the Grenadians.
Yeah, you can see they're getting a bit more confidence as this game settled down for them. Hopefully they can get a few shots on goal.
Well, here's Charles launching that one upfield, but Tuso read it early and had too much on it for Kai Wilson anyway. So another chance goes a begging there for Grenada. But it could just be one moment, Joshua. We always say that football, more often than not, is a game of moments, especially tournament football. One moment can define your entire tournament.
Have to agree with you there.
And here's Charles. And he has sights on goal. Has a strike as well. And I'll tell you what, that nearly rolled into the path of Zylan Jeffrey.
Yeah, you see the ball, Zylan Jeffrey just trying to get at the end of it. Even a touch could do something.
Yeah, I think he might have just been caught off guard there. Ooh, and nearly a slip there from Mathurin himself. But he got away with it, and St. Lucia can emerge with the ball once again. That's a lovely ball over the top. But again, good defending by McIntosh. I think despite his yellow card, Joshua, he's been really good this half.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there.
Ball thrown in into Martelli, but it's cleared away by the Grenadians, and they can counter once again. Well, too much on that one. Well, they've had a couple chances similar to that, where they've been trying to launch the counter-attack. They just haven't gotten the final ball correct, and if they do, it could be problems for St. Lucia. That ball beats the defense. Here's Wilson. Dinks one, and it's a decent ball, and that is a vital touch there from Mathurin to keep it away from Jeffrey.
Yeah, you see Wilson just put it over. Great touch there from the defender, Mathurin. Had to be fully aware of how the ball is coming down there.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good defending from the St. Lucia number 12, but it results in a corner kick for Grenada. So, as you said, they have been growing into it. They may have their chance soon. This could be one. Let's see what they could do with this corner. It swung in nicely. Problems for Tuso. Oh, and it's ended up in the back of the net. And what did we say, Joshua? Moments can define a game. Well, there's a moment for you. Grenada lead 1-0.
Yeah, what an unlucky goal there. Here we see the end swinger.
Yep.
Ooh, and that's a mistake there from Toussaint.
Keeper Toussaint, normally he's comfortable in those positions, but this time he wasn't able to, and the ball just crept in to the corner, and Grenada lead 1-0.
Have to commend the delivery there. Wonderful delivery.
Yep, and totally against the run of play. We've been saying that St. Lucia have been the better of the two teams, and it's Grenada, funnily enough, who take the lead. Remember, they do lead St. Lucia in the group table. They do sit on second, and a win here will take them to 7 points with a goal difference of 0 if it stays at 1-0. So they need more goals.
You know, sometimes the team just needs to see one go in and the floodgates are open. Can that be possible here?
Well, it's a free kick here for St. Lucia. 10 minutes, about 9 minutes actually, remaining in this first half. St. Lucia have been shell-shocked. And you think back to the Shiloh John chance. If that went in, may have been a different story in this first half. They could have gone on to score more. It just wasn't to be. And here are the Grenadians going again, but couldn't get to that one there. Noel. Ball in the midfield here for St. Lucia, given away very cheaply as Charles, who I think has been their best player so far this half.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Liu. He's been quite assertive, quite dominant, quite aggressive on and off the ball.
Yep. That one is sliced and just couldn't get it properly there. It was Cummings on that side there for St. Lucia. Here come Grenada once again. That's a lovely flick ball there into Jeffrey, who was sizing up for a strike, I think, but he was well closed down. And there's what you were talking about, Charles doing this defensive work. Brilliant work once again.
Yeah, he is a courageous player, and he also isn't free to take the dirty challenges. You know, he's everywhere on the pitch.
Absolutely. That's the kind of player that coaches love, who work their socks off every single game.
He reminds me a bit of Casemiro.
Well, here he is now battling Keon Charles, but actually commits a foul as well. That's, I guess, the downfall of playing a high-intensity game. You do commit fouls every now and then. Launched upfield. St. Lucia trailing here 1-0 to Grenada. But you won't count them out of it at all. They have a lot of quality on the pitch. Here's Monroe trying to play a 1-2 but couldn't, and eventually St. Lucia committed a foul.
Here we see the challenge here. That's a bit of a wild one.
Yeah. And he's still on the ground. They're actually calling for the physios. I think it's McIntosh who's this time on the receiving end of a tackle. But we saw earlier on he got booked for a tackle on Monroe, which had him needing to receive some treatment. But now it's McIntosh who needs the treatment himself. But they'll be happy so far, Grenada. Haven't played the prettiest of football, but they have the result.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's goals that win games, and they have won.
Yep. So let's take a look at the goal once again.
Lovely in swinger. It was curling into the last post. Ooh, the keeper tried. That ball was dipping. Couldn't really do much there.
Yeah. It was Keaton Williams, of course, with that goal in the 25th minute for Grenada. Beautiful corner, as you rightfully said, but I still think that Giovanni Toussaint has to do better there. A keeper of his quality.
You know, this Keaton Williams, he's shaping up to be a set-piece specialist, won't you say?
Yeah, he did have that effort with the free kick, didn't he? And he's actually couldn't score from the direct free kick. He said, well, I might as well try from a corner. Yeah. So it is the Grenadians who lead, and about 5 minutes remaining here in the first half in this group game in Tier 2, Group C of the CFU Under-14 Boys Challenge Series. Lovely ball over the top from Alexander, and it beats the defender. John does well into Martelli. That is sensational from St. Lucia. Beautiful football, and he brings out the Ronaldo celebration and silences the Grenadian crowd.
What a goal there for Martelli. Wow, great delivery from John himself. Here we see it again. John patient with the delivery, and Martelli just get to the end of it, chipping the keeper a bit. Finishing it. Wonderful finish, wonderful goal. And it all started off with Alexander.
Yep, and that's the threat that they have. That's the front three of attackers. It's Alexander, Martelli, and John who are all involved in that one. That was really beautiful football, and that's just a testament to the quality of football we've been seeing in this tournament this week, because that's not the first time we've seen something of such a high standard.
Have to agree with you there, Liu. The intelligence to pick out that pass to John. That shows the maturity in the game right now, and they're only between the ages of 10 to 13.
14, yeah. So that's really brilliant. I mean, we celebrated that one, not because we're backing a team, but just we're so appreciative of the football being played here. So 2 brilliant goals on both sides, really, from Grenada and St. Lucia. I think the pick of the bunch, though, or the pick of the two, has to be that goal just now from Martelli.
Yeah. Well, folks, we have a game on our hands here.
Yeah. Yep. Brilliant. So it's 1-1. Grenada now have to find a way back, and this doesn't do them good because it now puts them on 5 points if things stay like this. Remember, they need the win to even have a slim chance of qualifying for those semi-finals. But it's a free kick here for St. Lucia. Monroe standing over it. Can they swing back the momentum in their way if they haven't already with that goal? But it's offside, actually a foul there of something, but the referee has awarded a free kick to the Grenadians.
There we see McIntosh is going to take it.
So launches it upfield there, does McIntosh into, oh, good strength, and too much strength for the referee's liking. And it is a foul there. And St. Lucia back in possession. Another goal in this one before the half will really make it interesting.
Have to agree with you there. The game is really heating up.
Here they are against St. Lucia. It's the goal scorer, Martelli. Very talented young individual, and that's some of it there. And well, looking for the penalty, but I think it was a brilliant tackle from Malachi Campbell doing the defensive work.
Not a bad effort from Martelli. Needed a bit more help, but you can see he wanted to go for himself.
So it's a resultant throw for the Grenadians. Campbell launches it up, but gives away possession to Monroe. I've been really impressed with Monroe for the St. Lucians. He's been pretty good.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. He does a bit of a great job coming down that right side. A lot of overlapping runs. He's very, very energetic, very quick as well. Just give away the ball there.
That's the commentator's curse, isn't it? And here go Grenada once again. Jeffrey. Well marshaled though, but may get the better of the defender, doesn't. Danger still there for St. Lucia. And they still can't get it clear. Here's Charles with the strike, but that's well wide. And goal kick, St. Lucia.
There we see Charles again. I wonder if he knew he had a bit more time to, to construct a better shot.
Yeah.
But not a bad attempt, not a bad idea.
Tucson launches it up. He'll be disappointed that he let in that corner. That one played into Jeffrey, but good, strong defending by Matthew of St. Lucia. Jeffrey is saying, well, that's a foul, ref, but referee didn't think so, but he has called for the physios, I think, to come and check out Zyle and Jeffrey. Just to make sure that everything is okay. Jeffrey is stationary on the ground. And he will receive some treatment. We hope that he's okay.
Yeah, we see the in-swinger there. Oh, keeper was unable to control it, unable to reach it properly. Great goal. Great dipping goal. And there we see the next one, a distribution from Alexander. And the cross from John. Ah, beautiful finish from Martinelli.
Yep. Really brilliant goal from the St. Lucians. A team goal showing a lot of chemistry there. And, well, the thing about it is, Alexander, it did all start from him. But I think John and Martelli had the harder job. John did so well to just, the awareness to just flick it over one time for Martelli. And then Martelli, likewise, knowing that the goalkeeper was running up to him, the awareness to just kind of flick it back to himself, and then the scissors kick finish. Brilliant. I mean, those are the kind of goals you see at the top level.
Yeah, that shows how much potential these guys have. A lot of talent. Here we see Jeffrey just being guided off the field there.
Yep. So the fourth official has signaled for 2 minutes of added on time at the end of this first half. So we'll have an extra 2 minutes before halftime. Can either team find another goal to go into the half with? Well, That one is launched forward by Michael Mitchell and he puts up his hands, but John gets it in a good position. Here's Martelli, dinks it forward, but it's good defending from Campbell. Still with the ball here, St. Lucia, though. That's good trickery. And McIntosh gets across, but it is a foul. And later on here, a free kick in a dangerous area.
There we see in the challenge. It was a bit of a desperate one. You know he had to put in a challenge as he was coming into the box.
Yep. So free kick later on here for St. Lucia. Can they take the lead here in the Attobolden Stadium? It's going to be Alexander who's going to take this one. Might fancy his chances at goal. Referee just making sure everything is okay in the box. Alexander does go for goal, and it's just wide. And Nathaniel Springle knew that wasn't on target.
That's a bad attempt from Alexander. Just hope he tried to, get it to one of his players in the box. Might have a better chance.
Charles for Grenada. And that's the last bit of action for this first half. So all square here in the Attobolden Stadium at the end of the first half between Grenada and St. Lucia. It's 1-1. Goals from Caden Williams of Grenada and from Shaquille Martelli in the 30th minute for St. Lucia. Two brilliant goals, has to be said as well. Joshua, your thoughts on the first half?
I think they were really good first half. Both teams really going at it. Two wonderful goals, one collective team goal from St. Lucia as well as one brilliant goal from Caden Williams. I think we in store for a brilliant second half, as these two teams are very full of talent, full of energy, and both of them want to come out victorious here.
Yep, well poised here at the Attobolden Stadium, and it is half-time. Grenada 1, St. Lucia 1, and really and truly, Joshua, St. Lucia did start off the better team. Grenada, though, finding that goal, which kind of killed the St. Lucian momentum, but then that's where the quality really showed through in the St. Lucia side. They were able to pull back that goal.
I think it's important to have that mentality, even though you go down. Try to find a way back into the game, get your players, back into the game focused, knowing that they still have a job to do.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at some of the action that did happen in that first half. A look at how the momentum swung and how the goals were scored as well. But we'll discuss it a bit. Yeah, this was the first effort, of course, early on from St. Lucia. John, well, just striking that one, and that would have been a beauty. Was rewarded later on, though. And then, well, that was a good tackle coming in from the St. Lucian defense once again. Grenada eventually grew in confidence. That tells you the confidence that they had. Keon Charles trying a bicycle kick. But it was Grenada that took the lead against the run of play. High curling one from Caden Williams, and too much for Tussauds to handle. And the Grenadians led in the 17th minute, and then they had some more chances. Charles there just didn't get the connection he wanted, but St. Lucia kept pressing on. That chance there from Alexander went wide of the free kick, but that's why we are where we are at now. So at the end of the first half, St. Lucia and Grenada 1-1. We're going to take a bit of a break, and when we come back, we'll be back with second half action. Don't go anywhere. Well, welcome back here to the Autobolan Stadium here in Couva, Trinidad and Tobago for the CFU Under 14 Challenge Series. It's second half about to start here between Grenada and St. Lucia. The score is 1-1, 17th minute goal from the corner from Caden Williams of Grenada, and then it was Martelli in the 30th minute with a beautiful finish to get St. Lucia back on level terms. But the Grenadians have made a substitution. So Zylan Jeffrey, the number 9, has made way, and it is Jade Patterson who has come on now to strike for Grenada. So the rain is falling now in central Trinidad and Tobago, which just adds more of a dimension to this game, which has already been something special, Joshua. So the game was heating up, and it seems as if the rain has come to cool it down.
Yeah, I think this rain might play a role in this game here. But we know, we can see a beautiful distribution. Unable to get the end of it there by John.
He's still battling there, is John. Did get the assist for the first goal for St. Lucia. Well, the second goal of the match is St. Lucia's first, of course, and only. But here's Alexander on the edge of the box. He was sizing up. Couldn't get his shot away. Here's Monroe into John, who might be offside. No, he's not. Gets it into Alexander, who got it all wrong. But actually, it turns out to be a good cross. And what a beautiful goal again from St. Lucia. But guess what, Joshua? Flag is up. And it won't count.
We're very unlucky there. I know you really wanted to score there. That would have been a wonderful start to the half.
Yep, well, the rain is absolutely pouring down now here in Couva. We've lost vision of some of the players almost. As you can see them, Monroe slipping already. So this is really going to be a test for these two teams. Here's a throw-in though for St. Lucia. Remember, Grenada with a very, very slim chance of qualifying. So a win with a lot of scoring will do them very good. Here's Martelli, goal scorer for St. Lucia. Sliding challenge, and you might see a lot of that now that it's raining. Matherin, good play, and lovely turn from Alexander as well. This is good build-up from the St. Lucian. Strike comes in! Oh, and that's another thing that we have to be mindful of, Joshua.
Yes.
Slippery gloves.
Not a bad attempt there at all. Ooh, ball just slipped out of Springle's hand. But
Yep.
good recovery.
Absolutely, it was a decent strike from Mitchell. And coaches may be telling their players maybe you should shoot more, because one of those shots might slip through the gloves of the goalkeeper and end up in the back of the net. We've already seen one slip through without rain with the corner scored by Caden Williams. Here's Martelli. Spreads it into John. Can't control. That's good defending from Campbell, but John fights on. And McIntosh is there to clean up, but John's still battling there. Oof. And Martelli backs him up strongly.
It's a bit of a dogfight between John and Campbell there. Love to see the aggression.
Yep. Well, you can actually hear the rain now. That's to tell you how heavy it is. Doesn't seem to be passing either. If we look to the west of us, it's what we would call white rain. There is a throw-in for Grenada. Play continues despite the weather conditions. Rain generally doesn't stop football, only probably if lightning is flashing or there's the threat of a storm, but I do suspect that if the rain gets too heavy, it may affect the pitch conditions. Remember, we do have another game after. A 4 p.m. kickoff between Bonnet and St. Martin.
Bit of a wayward attempt there from Martinelli. Just trying to swing it in. Martelli.
He does play like Martinelli though, from Arsenal. That time he couldn't get the back heel off. Lovely ball through. But Mathurin is there as always. Alexander, great skill from him once again. How good is he? And he's looking for options wide. Decides to keep possession in the midfield, but the Grenadans nick it back. And here they are still. That's a decent ball into Keon Charles. Can he do something here? St. Lucia somehow scratch it away, and it's good defending in the end. Here they go again, the St. Lucians. 1-1, they would love a win here. John. Monroe is on the overlap, and John finds him. This is good play. How about that from Monroe? Oh, and he misses his kick there, unfortunately for him.
That's brilliant skill there from Monroe to create space for himself. Not bad at all.
But here they are again, Grenada with a throw-in. Campbell. That's a great tackle from Monroe. Rain still beating down here in the Outer Bolton Stadium. I certainly hated to play in rain when I used to play football. Not sure how you feel about the rain, Joshua.
I'm a bit opposite. I kind of love the rain football. Brings a bit of more character into the game. A bit more excitement.
Yeah. Can't agree with you there. Well, it does seem as if some thunder is rolling as well. Can hear a bit of it. And you could understand why rain is pouring, because the past few days in Trinidad and Tobago have been very hot. So we had this coming, but it does seem as if in the distance we are seeing some blue skies, so hopefully conditions could be a bit better for the players. But here's Martelli for St. Lucia, looking for that second goal to take the lead here after trailing. Look how the ball is just skidding through. But he tried to shield it out, and I guess it did have enough on it to go out eventually. Here's Williams, the goal scorer for Grenada. Launches it into Wilson, who's still battling there but commits a foul on Michael Mitchell.
Here we see Mitchell standing over the ball. That's a bad delivery at all.
Well, here's John, and somehow it finds its way through. Oh, and again you see the slippery gloves of Nathaniel Springle, nearly costly for Grenada.
Yeah, Springer really needs to be careful there.
Well, it seems as if St. Lucia might have found a formula. They need to shoot more because they're putting pressure on the goalkeeper. It is very difficult to hold that ball in such slippery conditions. Good turn by the substitute Patterson, and he loses out possession. And that one should be dealt with by Cummings. Well, made it harder for himself than it should have been, actually. And Grenada actually emerged with the ball. Still battling in the corner there. Eventually they get it out, and oof, sliding challenge there. And it was clean. I think he got all ball, but seems to have been some damage done to Kai Wilson nevertheless.
See the St. Lucian player back up on his feet. Noel is still down on the ground, or he's making way, making back up on his feet. Lovely.
Yeah. So no foul there, but it is a throw-in for Grenada. It's Charles battling there, but loses out possession himself. But it is another throw. Rain is easing up just a bit. It's still quite heavy. You can see the droplets on the track. But it does look to be clearing up in the distance. As I said, we are seeing the blue skies as we are into the 45th minute of action here in the CFU Boys Under 14 Challenge Series. This is the final day of group action for the Tier 2 teams. Of course, Tier 1 Group B still have one more round of matches that will be played tomorrow. That's the group with French Guiana, Puerto Rico, Curacao, and St. Martin. But that's a lovely ball through from John into Martelli. He has some options in the box, takes a touch, gets it across, but went through everybody.
Wow, but the delivery really needed there.
Strike comes in again, and that one is wide there from Kai Alexander.
I think Martelli had too much time on the ball. He needed to put a better delivery there as Alexander was waiting in the box. There we see the effort there. Just goes wide.
Yeah. Good work initially from John and Martelli.
But Lee, we have to commend the link-up play between John and Monroe. They really look like they have a good chemistry coming on the right side there.
Yeah, they do. They do, and that's why we've seen a lot of the action down this right-hand side. They're very strong on it. All the way up, Monroe on the right back, and then John, who plays anywhere across the front field, really. And then, of course, Martelli, who seems to float himself as well. So, a lot of chemistry. You're absolutely right. Yes, Charles. So far, it has been St. Lucia who's looked the better team in the second half, but that didn't matter in the first. Here's a strike that comes in, that's deflected, and easily cobbled up there by Tuso. It was Wilson with the deflected shot.
Not about attempt.
Cleared upfield by Tuso. And further by Cummins, skies it. Can't settle the ball there, can either team. Eventually Martelli does, but he puts it back up in the air once again. But here's Alexander, who can't keep it under his spell. It's a high ball being played here by both teams. Need to settle it down and just put in some passes. That one aimlessly again launched upfield by Mitchell. And he puts up his hands to say sorry. But yeah, Joshua, as I was saying earlier on, it was the St. Lucians who looked better in the first half. But it was the Grenadians who took the lead.
Yeah, I think Grenada really grew into this game, became a bit more comfortable, a bit more settled, got a few passes together. The midfield became a bit more active. Not a bad shot at all, as you can see from the Grenadian side.
Yeah.
They are playing with a bit more confidence.
Could be a similar story in this second half. Or could it be a similar story in the second half where St. Lucia dominate and Grenada take the lead? But they are readying some substitutions as well. Are the St. Lucians going for it? That one slips through Charles! And we just said it, Joshua. We just said St. Lucia looked the better team. But once again, it's Grenada who have taken the lead.
Not a bad delivery there. Just an unlucky bounce, and Charles was right there looking, and he finished them off. Lovely finish there from Charles. Calm and composed.
They'll be disappointed, the St. Lucians, because it's the second time that they have gone behind in this fixture after looking the more impressive team. But Grenada have been clinical. When their chances have come their way, they have put them in the back of the net. So it's 2-1 now. Grenada lead in the 50th minute of play. But here's Martelli looking to restore parity. Oh, lovely defending there by Grenada. And here's Charles. Once again, can Grenada find another moment? That time the ball is too heavy and Tuso could clear easily. But it is a free kick though for Grenada. Yep, just pushing him there. Charles on the receiving end of it. And it does look like as well that St. Lucia will be making changes. A triple change at that. So it is going to be Eustace Blackstock who is coming on here, as well as Kevin Emanu. And we await to get confirmation of that final substitution. Yep, so the players making way there. And just organizing the numbers there is the fourth official, but yeah, finally gets there. And it does look as if it's going to be Amari Plummer who is going to come on for St. Lucia as well. Yep, so Shiloh John has made way, or is making way rather, and it's going to be Amari Plummer who's coming on. So Blackstock, Emanu, and Plummer have been introduced into the St. Lucia team, and they are introduced into a team that's trailing, so they have their work cut out for them.
A bit of an interesting substitution there by taking off John, as he has had a very good impact in the first half and even the starting of the second half.
That one is launched upfield by Mitchell. Missed header by McIntosh, backed up well by his captain. And here they go. Michael Mitchell, excellent play from him. He's had a good game, I think, as well. Rain has, I believe, no, it's still raining actually. I'm still seeing droplets on the track, but it has definitely eased up. It was much heavier a couple minutes ago. And it does seem as if St. Lucia are making yet another change. It's as if it's going to be Alaric Williams who's going to be introduced, but that's some good skill as well from Martelli into the substitute Plummer. He couldn't control it. Here's Monroe.
Ooh, a bit of a late challenge there. There we see it. Bit of a late challenge there from the Grenadian player.
Yeah. Goes down there on a good area here for the St. Lucians as the substitution is made. It's Williams who has come on for Agiaman. And it's a free kick for St. Lucia. Martelli, the goal scorer for them, is standing over it. And he deliver a special one here to get them back on level terms. We know that he has the quality to do so. Referee organizing the players in the box. Martelli whips it in. It's a decent looking ball as well. Oh! And header came in from the back post, but it was just wide.
There we see it again. Ooh, and he rises. Wow, good connection. Just flew just wide there. Very unlucky.
Very unlucky indeed, but it was a brilliant delivery from Martelli. He's had a really good game. As he, Keon Charles, really deserved that goal that he scored. And as it stands, it seems to be the winning goal, or the goal that has them in the winning position. That one played through again to Martelli. Good defending by McIntosh. But Martelli wins it back. Lovely back heel there into Plummer. Can they find an equalizer here, St. Lucia? Ooh, Alexander's touch wasn't good. Emanu. Here he is again, the substitute. Emanu strikes it. It was really a poor one and easily cut out. But Martelli has another opportunity. And good defending once again from Captain Alexander. Did go out of play though.
Yeah, he really had to be alert there, as Martinelli was going to get the ball out of his feet. Good challenge. Here we see Martelli again.
Here's Monroe. Battling, good strength from him. And he emerges. Oh, lovely from Monroe. Martelli, oh, I think Monroe wanted it back there. But Martelli wasn't on the same wavelength as him. St. Lucia trying everything they can. They need that equalizer. Grenada very comfortable to just get that ball clear. Here's Monroe once again into the danger man Martelli, who shifts onto his right foot and strikes it as well. Good save, Springle.
Springle really had to be alert there.
And another one. Oh, and just wide.
As we see, the St. Lucians are really knocking, trying to get back into this game. Here we see Martelli beating one, beating another. Wow, he is good.
Yep, and then they strike there from the midfield, just wide. And unlucky for St. Lucia. But Martelli is really having a great game today, showing off all his skills. And that's a good turn. And here he is, Martelli. Forces Plummer very wide. Plummer with some good skill himself. Can he find a good ball in? It's well blocked there by Campbell. And Grenada could regroup. Springle launches that one upfield into Charles. Try to flick it on. Cummings clears. Him and you. Lots of time we've seen the ball just kind of bouncing around in the midfield, haven't we, Joshua?
Yeah. But I have to notice that Keon Charles really commands his midfield. He's always present, always active.
Well, it is a free kick here for the Grenadians. In the midfield, it is going to be McIntosh who's standing over it for them. They've committed some bodies forward as well. Swung in, but poor, very poor from McIntosh. Despite, though, the St. Lucians being the better team, they find themselves trailing. Here's Martelli, good skill from him, and he keeps possession well into Plummer. Could be a big chance here for St. Lucia. Plummer pushes and strikes it. What a goal there from Amari Plummer.
Wonderful goal from Amari Plummer. Wow, great distribution from Martelli as well. As we can see it there. Good distribution from Martelli, and Plummer just waits, and he lets go a bullet. Keeper could have done nothing there.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here. Again, Martelli at the heart of it all. And it's the substitute, Amari Plummer, who lashes that one home. That's brilliant football from the St. Lucians.
Well, Lee, I have to believe it has to be a frustrating one for the Grenadians. As soon as they score, St. Lucia always answers back.
Yeah, well, on the flip side, from a St. Lucia point of view as well, it must be frustrating for them because they would feel that they're playing the better football, so they shouldn't even be conceding. So, 12 minutes thereabouts remaining in this one. And what a 12 minutes it's setting up to be. Grenada now are preparing some substitutes themselves.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision there from the coach. Just to get a few fresh legs in there. A bit of fatigue is beginning to set into the Grenadian side.
So it is going to be Cade Peters who is coming on, and Jawani Noel is making way here for Grenada. Good game from him. And also Janique Felix will be entering into the fray as Kai Wilson makes way. Remember, did have a big chance in that first half himself. But it is 2-2 here at the Attobolan Stadium between St. Lucia and Grenada. 4 really good goals, has to be said, scored today.
Have to agree with you there, Liu. Wonderful technique from all the players.
Well, here's the substitute, Felix, into the action straight away. When he's well tackled by Mitchell, referee says it's clean. And this is a big opportunity. Here's Plummer once again. Doesn't have many options, decides to look for Alexander, but that was a poor ball in the end.
Great turn from Patterson. Still has the ball, holding up the play, waiting for some assistance. Unlucky there.
Cleared out. So it is a throw in for Grenada. Nearing.
Your thoughts on the game so far, Liu?
Yeah, excitement, very exciting. I'm definitely eager to see how this one ends up. To be honest with you, I think St. Lucia have been the better team, but we can't count out Grenada because they've defended well, taken their chances. So if this does end as a draw, you could say that's a fair result. That one thrown out of play from Mitchell. And well, we haven't had a cooling break in the second half, maybe because of the rain. I guess the conditions weren't that harsh. Probably why the referee didn't signal for any sort of cooling break. Launched upfield again, and Mitchell, well, he's been putting up his hands all afternoon long. Every time he makes a mistake, he apologizes to his team, which is a good thing.
Yeah, shows a lot of accountability, willing to get better, noticing his mistakes. Room for improvement.
Well, here we go again, Grenada. Can they take the lead for a third time in this game? That's nicked away by Alexander, who, by the way, his first name is Nasri. I don't know if you remember Samir Nasri, Joshua.
Yeah, you know, the ex-Man City player.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned he was a Man City player.
I know you like that a lot, Leo. And there we're seeing the challenge there. Unnecessary one, a bit harsh.
So, free kick here in the midfield for St. Lucia. And it is Mitchell who's standing over it. He'll be hoping to not have to put up his hands again after this one. Referee sees something he's not happy about and just making sure everything is okay. So, still isn't. Probably just some pushing and shoving. Taking control. That's good refereeing there from James. Mitchell whips it in. And it does find us in Lucia. And here's Monroe. Good tackle, Campbell, but Monroe's still in possession. Finds his teammate. That one is whipped in, and again, well cleared by the Grenadians. Blackstock there in possession. Mathurin, great ball into Martelli. Here's Alexander. Again, the defense of the Grenadians stands tall. Here's Martelli. Oh, nicked away once again by McIntosh, who, remember, was booked in the first half. Martelli showing off some of his skill, driving down this right-hand side. Can't find an angle for a cross. Still working one, and does get in a deflected. But it's put out, and it's a corner here for St. Lucia.
Not a bad job by Martelli, trying to create space for himself, trying to whip in the ball. He was a bit isolated there, hoping to get some assistance from his teammates.
So it is a corner kick here for the St. Lucians. It's Mitchell who's going to take it for them. Whips it in with that left foot of his. Beautiful ball as well. And it's still bouncing around. Somehow the Grenadians clear it. Here's Alexander with the strike. And it's blocked. And Grenada could counter. Big chance. In a lot of space there. It was Felix, but the touch just let him down. And it allowed the St. Lucians to regroup and clear the way. Well, Grenadians come once again. But the ball in the end was poor. And it allowed Tuso to gather and release his troops once again.
A bit of a wasteful chance there.
That one played out of the field as well by Monroe. So possession back with the Grenadians. 6 minutes remain, plus added on time. Foul there on Alexander. And it is another free kick for St. Lucia. Will any team find a winner in this one? Monroe strikes that, I think. It looked like he shot there, Joshua. To no effect, though. Here's Monroe. Maybe he can do better this time. Plays it into Martelli. That's good control from the number 9. Finds Alexander, who swings it in. And again, the Grenadians are able to get it out, and this is good pace shown here from Felix. Can he go all the way? Spreads it to the next side, but ball wasn't accurate. But the Grenadians still have a chance here. Decent ball. Here's Charles.
He is the danger man for the Grenadian team.
And wins a corner kick in the end. Good work there from Charles. Not sure if he was pleading for the free kick, but I mean, he might as well take the corner. The free kick is very close to the corner arc itself. But the referee is calling for the physios to come and check him out. And he's already off the pitch, so that wouldn't affect play. Well, Joshua, it's another corner here from Caden Williams. Surely he can't score again from the corner.
Yeah, he is the dead ball specialist.
Williams curls it again. This time it's not on target. It was a decent delivery, but there was some pushing and shoving in the box. And the referee calls a foul. So time ticking away for both teams. Here's Martelli. He controls it nicely. Plays it into Plummer. Good pace from him as well. But good defending by the Grenadians. That's excellent. But Plummer was persistent and did commit a foul on Cade Peters. Good defending from the Grenadians.
There we see Plummer just wrestling there. But just hold back the player a bit, causing a bit of a foul.
Here's Campbell. Flicked on by Monroe. And launched up by Matthew Wren. Williams couldn't get it into Campbell. And it's a throw-in for the St. Lucians. Both teams need a goal if they want to secure that 3 points. Monroe into Martelli. Ooh, yeah, definitely a high boot there from Campbell. And a free kick. Here's a big opportunity here for St. Lucia, Joshua. We saw what Martelli could do on these kinds of free kicks. Can he replicate it? Here's Martelli standing over this free kick here for St. Lucia. Always seems to be some sort of pushing and shoving with these two teams when a set piece is being taken. Referee always has to intervene.
Yeah, the game is a bit heated right now. Both teams are level. Both teams want to win.
Still not happy with what he's seeing there as a referee. Finally we can. So Martelli swings it in. It has good shape once again. And Alexander gets ahead on it. But it's cleared by the Grenadians. Two St. Lucia bodies dropped to the ground.
I believe that's Alexander and Monroe.
Yeah. Well, he got up as the ball went in a dangerous position, Monroe. Well, he was injured for a second. And saw glory, which brought him back to his feet. Nevertheless, still 2-2. Martelli trying all that he can. Lovely skill from him in the midfield. Very talented player is Shaquille Martelli, and that's a lovely ball as well. Finds its target, just beats Blackstock on the back post. But Blackstock does well. Squares it in for Mitchell. And good defending by the Grenadians. A throw in for St. Lucia. They seem to be the ones charging for the victory here.
Yeah, things are beginning to heat up on that side.
Mitchell looking to take this throw. He's gonna take a long one. But it's cleared away easily by Keon Charles. And another throw for the St. Lucians. Will he go for the long throw again? Nearly at that 70-minute mark. Here's Alexander. Plummer trying to get in there. Can't keep possession, but the Grenadians have a chance now. That's a decent looking ball, but Mathurin does well. Good defending there by St. Lucia number 12.
There we see Patterson trying to get onto the ball.
Yep. And Toussaint clears that one out into Monroe, but bounces over his head. And we have reached the 70-minute mark. No signs of added time yet from the fourth official. Referee has his whistle in his mouth. Actually, no, he doesn't anymore. So we're still awaiting the added time here. We are well past 70 minutes. And it's 2-2 between Grenada and St. Lucia. A foul throw. That's not what St. Lucia needed at that point in time. Give possession to Grenada was not the plan from coach Charles. Oh, lovely play. And Grenada now with a big chance. I think he's offside there. Just, yeah, he was too eager. It was Jade Patterson.
Just needed to hold his run a bit.
So 3 minutes have been added on finally. Natalia Williams just signaling that. So we will be here for 3 more minutes to see whether these two teams, or either team rather, could find a winner. Looks to be St. Lucia though. Martelli is in here. Forced just wide. And he gets it across. Oh, it's good skill from Blackstock. Strikes it. Blocked though. And that's a big chance there for St. Lucia.
That's quite unlucky there. I know they're really hoping to get something at the end of it. That's unlucky. But I do believe they have a bit time to build again. Get something going.
Well, here's a free kick here for Grenada. Launched upfield. Is there enough time for them to find a winner? They give it away to Monroe. Pushes forward, and referee says no foul. There's Martelli. Lovely skill from him again. And he goes. Can he get across in? Does. Oh, Blackstock is at the back post. Oh, and it just went across the face of goal.
That was a lovely ball in from Martelli. No Blackstock would really be upset with himself, knowing that he could have got at the end of that.
Well, the corner has been the signal from the referee. So this could be the last bit of action. And how exciting would it be if St. Lucia were to score the winning goal here? The way this game has been going, you wouldn't put it past them. Martelli. Oh, that's poor. But it finds Plummer still. Martelli may have a second bite at the cherry here. And he's well defended. That was a bit predictable, I think. Alexander strikes it, but well wide once again. And goal kick for Grenada, and you do feel that that was St. Lucia's chance. Could be the last bit of action we're seeing here at the Ato Bolan Stadium. For this match at least. But play goes on. Referee is allowing it. Here's Plummer. Into Blackstock. Turns. Oh, and he had options. He had Martelli free. I think he made the wrong decision there. Oh, and well, Grenada had a counter-attack opportunity. But the referee said enough is enough. And we end here 2-2 between Grenada and St. Lucia. Joshua, what a game we just witnessed.
Yeah, wonderful game. Both teams were hungry for the victory. Came out level, but both teams could have been in anyone's hands, to be honest, Leo.
Yeah, both teams will feel that they could have probably won the game. I think St. Lucia more than Grenada. But nevertheless, it does mean that both of these teams' race has been run in the CFU Under 14 Challenge Series. It means that none of them can qualify for the semi-finals, and we really do have to congratulate both teams for coming out and representing, showcasing a lot of talent.
But there we see the first attempt from John. Ball hit the bar again. Not bad. Overhead kick from Charles.
And then the efforts started to flow through once again. This was the goal, of course. Very bizarre. Good corner, but keeper just couldn't hold on to it. And that gave Grenada the lead in the 17th minute, Caden Williams. But then look at this for football by the St. Lucians. John just putting it over. And how about that for a touch and a finish from Shaquille Martelli to make it 1-1 in the first half. And then this was the other goal for Charles in the second half. Ball just played up really. St. Lucia couldn't deal with it. And it was well finished off. And then St. Lucia had their opportunities. They trailed at this moment, and then Plummer came on, and look at this. Bang! 2-2. And that is why it's 2-2 here, because beautiful goals have been scored. There were opportunities again for St. Lucia, where they just weren't able to find that all-important winning goal. And it just means that they'll both have to share the spoils in this one. And as I said, none of them can qualify for that semi-finals on Friday, so we have to congratulate them as they have played their final match of the CFU Under-14 Challenge Series. Joshua, any final comments on this one?
Great game from both teams. Both teams fought hard to the end. A lot of quality in these guys here, these young lads, and if they stay on this path, all of them could have a great professional career going forward.
Absolutely. Before we do wrap up, we are just awaiting to see who will be awarded the man of the match. That's always what we look forward to after the games, to see who the tournament organizers have chosen and the most standout player. And it seems as if, yep, you could have guessed it. It is none other than Shaquille Martelli who is receiving that man of the match award. What a game he had, Joshua.
Yeah, wonderful player, very skillful, really commanded the ball in this game, really led St. Lucia as well. Very outstanding player, very confident as well, confident on the ball.
Absolutely. Well, a goal and assist for him means that he is the man of the match. But despite his efforts, it was 2-2 here between St. Lucia and Grenada. So as Shaquille Martelli receives his man of the match award, we thank you for viewing with us in this one, in the CFU Under-14 Boys Challenge Series. It ends St. Lucia 2, Grenada 2.
Sixth, the official ground transportation provider for the 2024 CFU Boys Under-14 Challenge Series, coordinators hosted in Trinidad and Tobago. And a special thanks to our partners, the Ministry of Sport and Community Development, Sport TT, I Choose Sport, Powerade, Subway, and Stream Blue. Scan the QR code now to win special merchandise packages. Prizes include a Sport TT notepad, a cap, a keychain, or a drawstring Visit Trinidad bag, a water bottle, and a microfiber towel, or a I Choose Sport t-shirt, pencil case, and a phone popper. Scan the QR code now to win special merchandise packages.
It doesn't matter if you speak English or if your native tongue is French, Spanish, or Dutch. It doesn't matter if you are male or female, young or young at heart. We in the Caribbean Football Union speak the same language. Football.
Football.
Football. Football.
Football.
And we speak with one voice.
With Flow Business's new smart solutions, powered by super fast, reliable broadband, you'll feel like there are more versions of you working for you. From website design, development, and digital marketing to promote your business, 24/7 business class support to cloud solutions, security, and more. Multiply your growth today.
Substitutions. Subway Series presents the Italianos. 3 new subs made with an Italian flair. Say ciao to the zesty hotshot Italiano, the tastier than ever ultimate BMT, or go all in with the boss. Each served with a free 16-ounce drink. Elevate your game at Subway.
Bob, I know it's dangerous. But you're the only one who can unite the people.
You ready, Bob?
No guns can stop this message. I want the world to change. And that time is now.